Good morning. So it's Saturday. You know what that means? It's time to budget. All right. Fun Saturday morning stuff here. So I have been keeping my receipts for cash purchases, and I've also written on the back of a receipt from my bank account state anything that I have used from my bank account. And basically any cash that I've used without a receipt, I have written it on a piece of paper so that I can keep track of it. So there you go. That's how I keep track of all of my data, I guess, that I've been putting into this budget spreadsheet. So let's get to it. So it is February 24th today. Holy. So we were doing from February 17th to the 23rd. So the first thing I'm going to do here is switch this to the 23rd because that's what date we are inputting this and putting this data into the spreadsheet, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about. All right. So, first things first, I'm going to go through. This is from my bank statement. So, that's any income or anything I've used my card for, any bills that automatically come out. I have just written down and put on this back of this receipt. So, let's start inputting that data now. All right. So for income, I did have a child tax benefit this month, which was the same. It's 1970.50. I'm just gonna cross out as I go here so I don't get confused by anything. I did pay myself from my. I usually don't take a paycheck from my job. I have my own business, but I don't really take a paycheck. But I am starting to use this money here. I paid myself $425 because I have paid off my credit card. So I'm paying myself so I can pay off my credit card. So I'm really not seeing this money. It's getting used to pay down my credit card balance. Okay. And child support was a whopping $100 this week. Okay, that's all of the income that I've had this week. So let's get on with some expenses. So I had bank fees, which I already put in there because they're the exact same every month. But I also had insurance, which has gone up. It's doubled, which sucks, but I knew it was going to happen because I got a really discounted rate when I signed up, and now we're back to normal rate. So that's at $112.63 instead of $61. So kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And that is it for my fixed expenses. But now time for variable expenses. And I'm going to go with, let's just start from the top. Toby. So I did a kid activity with my son. Took him to a cat cafe where you go and like pet cats that you can adopt, and you can have a coffee or whatever too. It's really fun. Anyways, it costs $18 just to get in the door. And I have another fee on here too, but I'll get to that when I go through my receipts. So it would be 4808. My son cost me quite a lot of money this week. Wasn't all for food. He needed various things, and I gave him $100 this week. And school lunches came due, so that was another $22. So that is $57. And that's it for now. We will come back to these variable expenses when I go through my receipts, but let's go ahead and finish off all of the things from my bank statement. So I repaid $1,050 on my card, so that would be $1,150 total for the month so far. And I didn't owe on that one. I don't have anything a balance going on this card, so I didn't pay anything off. And I did $515 in my savings. I put $515, so that is 555. No, what was it? Sorry, I messed that one up. Let's go back. It's $40. 515 plus 40. My brain is not working. Yeah, it was right. 555. Sometimes simple math eludes me, especially early in the morning. But anyways, that is my savings so far this month. I'm not putting anything into my Wealthsimple, which is my TFSA and RRSP, because I'm using the $575 that I would usually put into that account to pay off my credit card. I have about 1 to 2 months left to pay off my credit card, and then that will be done, and I'll be hopefully putting money back into my Wealthsimple or my TFSA. But I know I'm gonna have another expense coming up, so we'll see. But I do hope. Okay, now let's get to the receipts. All these bad boys I got to get inputted. All right, so first one, groceries. So groceries are already at 252.57. So let's add. What did I pay for groceries? $60, and it's $312.57. And Tobin's, the cat cafe. So the $18 that we paid was just to get in the door, and then I got a coffee, and my son got a sandwich, and it was a ridiculous amount of money. How much was it? $17.75 for a sandwich and a coffee. Anyways, things we do. It's not all the time I take him out by himself. So I save for this. I specifically save for kid activities because I know they're not cheap even when I just take one out at a time, but I'm trying to make an effort to do one-on-one activities with them. They don't always have to cost money, but it was just a fun thing to do. All right, so that's kid activities and no frills. So that is groceries again. So we have 312.57 plus 1864. Do I have any more groceries? No. And that equals 331.21. 331.21. All right, now Walmart. We already have a 41.63 there, or 36. Sorry, 36 plus. How much did I spend at Walmart? 63.93 equals 105.29. And a couple of recreational things. So it's 21.18 plus 10.15 plus about 51.33. Now I just have a bunch of miscellaneous ones. So kid activity, I'm adding $5 more onto that because my son did this little drop-in rugby thing, and it was like a $5 donation. You didn't have to pay, but I felt kind of had to pay. They're putting their time in to teach these kids rugby and things like that. So, and another $5 for lunches for school. Actually, that was more than $5 this week. I just want to make sure I didn't write it down. I gave my kids like 10. I gave them $20 this week for lunches because they had this treat thing going on there. You could buy treat bags. So my son got $15 one day and my daughter got $5. And I did not write it down, unfortunately. So I'm just going to put $77 there. I didn't write it down, but I do remember giving it to them specifically. So that is the one not bad thing, but the one thing that's not so great about just dealing with cash is keeping track of it. So you have to really be diligent with keeping track of your cash, but I am trying, but I do remember that specifically. I don't, excuse me, I don't recall any other purchases. So that's it for this week. And I hope you are budgeting as well. It does honestly help keep things in perspective and keep your expenses minimized. I hope. Well, that's the goal anyways, or at least it helps you see where you are overspending and where you might be able to put more money on debt or into savings, because that's what I'm trying to do, trying to squeak out every last penny so I can get out of debt and be a little bit more secure financially. So there you go. And I hope you're having an awesome day. And thanks for watching. And I will see you tomorrow.